Actor Ian Puleston-Davies joins us now. The thing that I think attracted me to it was the fact that it's written by the guy that wrote The Bridge.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love The Bridge. I've only done Series 1, we've just finished Series 2, but it does have that wonderful, dark, sinister veil over it, doesn't it?
And yeah, it does. And I was a big fan of The Bridge myself, and when I received the script, I mean, cliched as it sounds, it was a real page-turner, you know, I wanted more. In fact, I said to the director, I said, even if I don't get this job, can I still read the scripts? Because you just don't know. It's so multi-layered. What he's so genius at hands is that you've got all these suspects, and any one, not suspects, all these characters, and any last one of them, including Marcella, could be a potential suspect. So that's why it's so out there and so different. And you have to work hard.
Yeah.
I was saying to someone just now that, well, they were saying to me, actually, that they'd started watching the first episode and they were half-hearted, and, of course, they got lost. This does take concentration. You have to work hard. And obviously, there'll be a payoff at the end.
I had a friend who said, I wish I need to watch it again when I haven't had a glass of wine.
Oh, no, I did that with The Bridge.
It was one of those,
I did that with The Bridge and thought, no, I'll have to watch that one again. I don't know what the hell happened. So you've got to be on your mettle for it. But also, if you're watching it now, what is it, episode 3 tonight, I think, isn't it? Yeah, tonight. So you're not going to know anything until we get to the tail end of this, because anything can happen.
Anything can happen. I mean, it's all so multi-layered, and there are things going on that you don't necessarily feel are terribly important, but they all become very relevant at the end. So you have to hang on to all these pieces of wool, and it's like as if they're unravelling. But if you keep hold of them, eventually they'll be a wonderful outcome.
Well, you're a nice guy.
Thank you very much,
we've met before, and but that look, the look that you give when you suddenly switch that sinister look on, is actually really quite galvanising.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it really?
Do you have that? Do you have that in you now? Is that something that you could just drop straight into?
I've never been asked that question before, and I've never thought of it. I don't know. I don't know what the look is, actually.
Consider that I'm the director now.
Right, is this casting couch?
This is the cut. Well, no, steady on.
Stay time.
Give us 2 minutes.
Steady on. How do you think she got the job?
Let's bring the twins' boyfriend on as well. Why not?
So that look, when you're in the big old close-up, in the zone.
Yes.
What do you...
I've got to take the glasses off first. I've no idea what I'm about to do, because it might go disastrously wrong on live television. But I would imagine in the moment it would be your eyes just lose that sort of twinkle, if ever I had one. And it just comes a little bit starey and a bit dead. But the smile's still there. I don't know whether this is working.
I think it's looking... Oh, do we see? That's the thing. It's just that little... No, don't do that! Cut!
Give me one more go.
There's that flicker, which actually, I think, adds to the menace. Because the eyes go quite cold, but there's that flicker of a smile.
If you'd like to sign up for the Menacing Look workshop...
We had her, that's Laura Carmichael. She was in here saying how much she's loved it. And she obviously is playing quite a naive... student you're helping her write her thesis, so we can see that's going somewhere.
Well, it's great. I mean, my story is with Laura, and she was very much, she played it beautifully, that lamb to the possible slaughter, and me being in the big bad wolf. So we had a lot of fun.
It's great for the audience as well, because we're all going, no, don't do it.
What do your parents think?
They're yet again disappointed. And they long for the day when I can just be a vicar or a nice, friendly local doctor and not, a psychopath. So
you said you showed it to them and you could tell that they were just being polite.
Oh, completely. I mean, I can read it so they always ring me as soon as the episode's finished, and you can hear a strained, well done, we thought you were very, very good.
Interesting.
And very interesting and a bit scary again.
Again.
So one day...
What about Owen and Corrie then? Did they...
Well, he had...
Because he was charming as well. And
yes, he was. He just had a very sort of odd set of morals. He was a determined father, and he sometimes spoke with his fists. But I think deep down he was a likeable guy. Sort of lovable rogue.
Did your parents like him?
At times. I mean, there's certain jobs I've done down my career which I've actually asked my parents not to watch. So that's how bad. The Owen is a pussycat compared to some of the roles I've played in the past. So I think they were hugely relieved when he didn't kill anyone.
But you have played a nice guy, haven't you? You said that was more difficult. It's actually more difficult.
Yes, I did. I have done along the way. Some years ago, I played a really nice guy, and I couldn't get under his skin at all. But listen, I'm happy to corner that market, really.
Oh, we've only got 30 seconds. I was just going to ask you about OCD, because I know you're a patron for OCD UK.
Yes.
How that works when you're acting.
It's difficult. I mean, there's one thing worse than having OCD when you're acting is on set is having it when you're sitting on a couch in live television. So
is
I'm
that
in overdrive.
something...
Yeah, I mean...
What would disturb you now? Like the way the cups are? Or...
Anything. I'm obsessed at the moment with scratching my knee. Okay. It could be worse. It could be your knee.
Scratch away.
Be escorted off the premises. But no, it's all-encompassing, and it is very difficult. It's obviously anxiety and stress-related. Well, Phillip and I talked about this many years ago with Dirty Filthy Love, so I'm happy to talk about it from the...
And you've had this since you were 7?
Since I was 7, I was first aware of it, you know.
Does it go through stages, or is it... I mean, obviously, it's always there.
Yeah.
But when you say the knee thing, does that come in suddenly, and that's something you've got to do?
Yes. This environment is a breeding ground for OCD.
Because it's different for you.
When I go into my... Yes, exactly. When I go into my dressing room, I probably won't have one for another hour. Yeah. So it's circumstantially driven as well as always being there. It's so... There are so many areas, it's difficult to just pinpoint one. That's one of my many facets.
And so many degrees of it on that kind of spectrum.
Yeah, I mean, that's worse. I was pretty much bedridden.
Really?
It was a struggle to get out of bed.
Yeah.
In fear, if I lifted my head off the pillow, I was terrified that I'd broken my neck. It can get that bad. But what's good, and I always have to say this, I have to sort of full stop this by saying there is a lot of help out there, which there wasn't when I got first diagnosed 20 years ago.
And people like you talking about it, which takes away that stigma.
Yes.
Which is why you are the patron of the charity.
Indeed, yep, absolutely.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, well, Marcella is episode 3 tonight at 9 o'clock. We will be glued. It is brilliant. Great to see you, Ian.
Great, thank you for having me.
Thanks, Ian.
Cheers.
Thank you.